afternoon, Sports Insanity Networks fans. It's Mark Holdup Sky Halpern, along with T-Ball Troy, here for the second episode of This Week in T-Ball. As you all know, Troy has taken up T-Ball this year, and he has a lot of friends on the team, which made it good. But we have now started to advance that they're playing more. So Troy had his first night game followed by an early morning game. We had played at 6 o'clock at night, ended it just a little bit after 7:15, came home, and we're back at the field at 9 a.m. What did you think about your first night game followed by a day game, buddy?
Pretty good.
Did you find it hard getting up the next morning right away and doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, at least you're honest. What have we now really started to focus on T-ball as we're getting towards the end, unfortunately?
Working on my catching.
Working on your catching, exactly. One of the hardest things for a little boy to learn is how to catch a ball. All right, just little one. I love this little one. It's how to catch a ball. Also, what are we starting to work on now with hitting? Do you remember what we are doing now?
No.
Okay, so instead of hitting off a tee, what is Coach Mike doing?
Hitting off the air.
So in other words, he's tossing the ball to you, and you guys are hitting it, which is known as coach's pitch, right?
Yeah.
And how do you think you did with the coach's pitch on the first? You only took 3 swings, but how did you do?
Pretty good.
Where did one of them end up? Do you remember?
In my bat.
Off your bat. Yes, you hit the ball, buddy. Do you remember where the ball went?
Where?
Past third and into the outfield. It was a great hit. And all your other friends, I mean, all your other teammates, not friends, are starting to do coach pitch now, right?
Yeah.
And what's another fun game besides tag? Do you remember what the game we did 2 weeks ago before Charlotte's play? It has to do with a vegetable you eat that you love with a sandwich, and it rhymes with pickle.
Pickle?
Yes. And do you remember what a pickle is in baseball?
No.
Okay. Do you remember what we did to teach you? We did a game called Running Bases. And me and you were not allowed to get tagged what?
With the coaches. They were having balls and you had to run from bases. You only had 5 seconds and then you would have to run off.
Right. So a game from when I was a kid that taught me how to get out of a pickle situation. There was nothing better than running bases. It's the first time that I physically have played running bases in a long time. And we hope to do it much, much more, as the kids loved it. It was a lot of fun, and it's a different game.
And it was between first base and second base.
Correct. We did it between first and second. Do you know where you usually end up in a pickle? Besides on a deli sandwich?
Third?
Third and home. Very good. Third and home is the most difficult pickle situation because, do you remember what we were telling? It's a hard thing to remember.
No.
So if you have someone on third and he's got in a pickle and there's a man on first, he's going to have a clear chance to go to where? Where do you go after first?
Second.
Right. So while they're busy with this guy runs free. Remember? Yeah. And you'll learn that more when you get into the minors. So one thing we also had to start talking about is what Troy wants to play when we move up. As I was informed that all positions are in play now as we hit the minors. Troy, what position or positions really do you want to learn?
I want to learn catcher.
So as all of you know, I was a catcher for 22 years. I'm not going to let him make the same mistakes I did. What other position did I say I want you to try and learn? Do you remember?
No.
Left field. Why? Because you can throw a ball really
far.
Exactly. We just got to work on these little mini muscles, and we got to make them big muscles. See, right now it's a little squishy. We got to make them big muscles. Troy and his team have advanced so well, and not just Troy, not just Paul, not just Ella or Isla, or not just Theo. Everybody has been listening and following directions, And most of them are going to move on. There, we do have some girls who are going to go to softball, which is understandable, but this is a great way for them to get acclimated to being on a team. What is the one last thing we've been working on that has been a failure? When the ball is hit, what happens? What happens to every one of our players in the field?
And some of them try tackling.
Yes, they all have to get the ball, and they literally go in spearheading like you would in football.
So who gets the ball?
So we're working on more or less teamwork by, do you remember what we're doing now? We're communicating more by who and how.
Remember.
Okay. So when I was in the field with you guys, and let's say Garion got there first, what would I yell out? Do you remember? To stop everybody from running into each other. Well, Garion has it. And then what did Paul and everybody say to do? Throw it to?
First base.
Right. Communication at this level is probably the biggest thing. The more they understand, the easier it's going to be going into the minors, which we'll be looking forward to next season, right? And what did Coach Mike and I say we're going to do for as long as you guys want? We're going to go with you as far, we will coach you guys up into high school or whatnot if we have to, but you're going to have good coaches going into the next level.
And I learn steal bases.
That's next season, yes. You will learn stealing. By the way, no offense, if you don't run sonic speed and you just jog, you're going to look like Tomas Nido trying to steal second. No longer in the MLB with good reason. That's going to do it because he can't hit the broadside of a barn. So that is going to do it for This Week in T-Ball episode 2. I hope you all enjoyed this episode listening to Troy and Coach Dad here on the Sports Insanity Network with the Bisons team. Troy, do you have anything you want to tell the fans? Like and subscribe and comment down below. We have again. Next week, we are doing the same thing where we have a night game followed by at least it's noon start. And I don't think you get up at 7 in the morning on a Saturday. But was Daddy up and ready to go? Yeah. All right. Please follow us at www.thesportsinsanitynetwork for all your blogs and vlogs. Please check out on YouTube all the different podcasts. Listen to podcasts wherever you get them on any platform. Also, we are on X at SIN Real. So for today, it's Coach Dad and
Troy.
Saying goodbye.
And there's some other videos with my sister in them.
And go check out the 101s. Have a great day. We'll both catch you on the flip side.